What we're doing here is trying to get transparency for Eugene Carl Clutters.
They took him to the shower because they said he was itching. Well, then they said he fell in the shower, and that's where it happened. You fall in the shower, you only hit your head once. You don't bounce around 4 or 5 times on all sides of your head. He was out of the way of any other cellmates or anything, but what they told us, that people that was in jail with him said you could hear what was going on, and he did not fall down. Plus, they had him in the chair, the restraint chair.
The torture chair?
Yeah.
Did he die at the jail?
Yeah.
He died at the jail?
Yeah, they said he made it to the hospital, but he was dead when he left the jail.
So when you go to jail, do people just die when they go to jail? Is that what happens?
Not only that, 4 people on duty that night, and most of them's gone. The only one that's still there is Sheriff Lawless.
He did not fall down in the showers. He did not fall down in the shower. A hell of a story? Are you on the record?
If you want.
Okay. Let's walk down here. Come down here. What's your name, sir?
Dave Taylor.
So Dave, how long you lived in Ironton?
Since about 2003.
So you've been here for 20 years almost?
Oh yeah.
And tell me about what the police have done to you here.
The police didn't do it. Well, I've had my own little disgrace with them, but I probably earned it. But my girlfriend now's husband got killed in the jail in 2004.
Who got killed?
Her husband. They said he fell in the shower, but he had 5 or 6 big hematomas on his head.
What was his name?
His name was Eugene Clutters.
Is it Eugene Carl Clutters or Carl Eugene Clutters?
Yeah, the guy that actually did the beating, he's no longer here. He went from the jail after they knew he did it, and was in there as a probation officer. And his name was Rob Van Kern.
Rob Van Kern.
Yeah, and
really?
Oh, it's crazy. It's just crazy here in town, and like everybody's scared. But I'm telling you, you better watch yourself because they'll find anything to put you in there. They want you to see that dungeon, brother.
You think they want to bring me to a dungeon and torture me?
I don't think they want to torture you because they know better about that. Because as soon as you get out, it'll be all over. But as far as you go into jail, they don't let you. They don't give you nothing. You don't get a towel. You don't get a pillow. Sometimes you don't even get a blanket. And her husband went in after having.
Walk over here.
He went in after having pancreatic surgery, and they removed 10 feet of his 10 feet of his intestines. Right? She told him They wanted to take him for his sentencing from a wreck out on 103 out by the apple orchard. Everybody knows where it's at here in town, but. She told him, you can't take him to jail because you won't give him his medication. She took down the medication and $300, all that came up missing.
Buddy Jenkins told me the exact same story last night.
So how can 2 of us be lying?
No, you guys are lying.
No.
You're lying.
Yeah, well.
Admit it, you're a liar. You're just a cop-hating felon.
No, I like him. I have my runs in with him, and I've been let off before, and it's just crazy down here.
You don't have a problem with authority?
I was an ex-Green Beret. I don't care about authority.
Right.
So it don't matter.
Right.
Plus, I was a president's guard for 2 years in D.C. in the old guard.
Oh, okay.
So how would I be lying?
Right. They're saying that your word. You just saw a second ago. I said, are they all lying? And they said, yes, they're all lying.
Yeah,
You're lying too?
Yeah, I guess I am if they want to think that. But everybody knows I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I just tell you like it is.
But you're lying. Are you lying?
No.
Okay.
So here comes trouble.
So just so you know, this is the reason why I asked you guys not to come. Look how tiny it is. Look how small it is.
I don't mind them.
I
don't mind them. There is good cops that they need to back. But if there is good
20
cops,
people, 25 people, 30 people.
They never.
All 30 of you, huh? All 30. All
hey, but here's
30.
the deal.
And just so you guys know, I'll keep you off camera, sir. Someone just came up again and slipped me another note. Yeah, you know, you can go to Ironton.Ohio petition.
Got another one waiting for you, Chille.
Here's the thing, I'm gonna try and keep my voice a little different than what it is. I gave information on there if you want to contact me.
Is your phone number on here? Is your phone number on here?
Yes, phone number and
Okay, I'll call you.
phone number and email. If,
Okay.
you want to. This isn't about Ironton Police Department mainly. It's more so about Green Up and how corrupt they are.
Green Up.
Yeah,
Yours
because
is
I
on
have a
Green
case
Up.
with Green Up.
And that's in the tri-state area here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to call you, okay?
Alrighty.
God bless you, brother. God bless you. Oh, shoot.
I'm surprised Buddy Jenkins didn't tell you it was his uncle. She won the case for $200 and some thousand, and
I heard. He gave me a full account last night, actually.
he didn't tell you. He didn't tell you I got every court record, and I'll give them to you.
Oh, really?
I got all their statements, their depositions, and everything. Not only that, it took 4 or 5 years for her to even go into the court. She got out of town and took it to the big court in Cincinnati. If you want any of the court documents that I got, I'm more than willing to give them to you. So if you want, after you get up here, I'll give you my phone number and you can call me.
Yeah,
and
of
I'll
course.
meet you somewhere and you can copy them or do whatever you need.
Okay. I do want those documents. Okay. So just so you guys know, his name was Eugene Carl Clutters. He was murdered in 2003, and there's been no justice.
2004.
2000. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to mess that up.
It's all right. It's all right. But it happened here. It's on record.
But did I kill him?
No.
Did he die at the jail?
Yeah.
He died at the jail?
Yeah, they said he made it to the hospital, but he was dead when he left the jail.
So when you go to jail, do people just die when they go to jail? Is that what happens?
Not only that, he only weighed 130 pounds, and they had him strapped into the chair. You know why? Because he was on pain meds, and they would not. They took him from my girlfriend, but they never gave him to him. They kept him, and even after the case was over, she never got none of his money that he had that she took down there to him. Never got his medication, but where'd the medication go?
Right, and his money, his meds were gone. So let me just recap this for you. What happened to Carl Clutters is he got into an accident. He was taken to the hospital. I heard Buddy Jenkins' story last night. He's telling the same story. And when he got to the hospital, the cops came there to arrest him, and the hospital said, "You can't. He's injured badly." So he leaves the hospital, and then later they go and arrest him and take him to the dungeon when he goes to court.
After he had the surgery where he took out 10 foot of intestines and his
right,
back, and he's already fell.
Right.
He wouldn't have lived. He probably wouldn't have lived another year or two, but he wouldn't have died by somebody beating him to death because he was begging for his medication. And they took him to the shower because they said he was itching. Well, then they said he fell in the shower, and that's where it happened. You fall in the shower, you only hit your head once. You don't bounce around 4 or 5 times on all sides of your head.
And who did the investigation on that?
You name it. It was an investigation. That's a joke right there.
No, there was a full investigation by a third independent party, right?
Oh, no, because if it's the cops ain't going to tell on other cops.
So the cops investigated the cops?
There was 4 people on that on duty that night, and Van Curran was one of them. There was a lady, but I don't remember her name. She's gone. Most of them's gone. The only one that's still there is Sheriff Lawless, and he was over the jail at the time. He wasn't sheriff. He was the warden at the jail. So it's been that way even all this time before him when he had a chance to change shit. And I guarantee you the same toilets and the same things back then that wasn't working ain't working now.
Well, there's no third party investigation. Mr. Clutters is dead. He never got an investigation. He fell down in the showers and died.
And she won the case in federal court in Cincinnati and got money from it.
Oh, so there was a case in Cincinnati. The family sued and the family won. Is that correct?
Right.
So the family sues and wins, and so that would be a tip for the prosecutor to take the case up because the civil case has already been won, right?
I guess.
So,
no. She's when they paid her off, they made her sign a paper saying she couldn't ever come back and have anybody fired. Nobody went to jail over it, and they didn't even get laid off from their jobs while the investigation was going on. So they could beat some more people up, even the next day.
Wow.
Don't make no sense.
Wow. What we're doing here is trying to get transparency for Eugene Carl Clutters. He did not fall down in the showers. He did not fall down in the shower.
Right, he did.
Who's being accused? What's the accusation? Who's being accused of the person that fell him down in the showers?
Well, you don't know because that he was out of the way of any other cellmates or anything. But what they told us, the people that was in jail with him said you could hear what was going on, and he did not fall down. Plus, they had him in the chair, the restraint chair.
The torture chair?
Yeah.
They had him in
your side, brother.
Yeah.
They had him in the torture chair?
Yeah.
So I'm hearing about the torture chair from a lot of people. Is that used all the time?
They threatened me with it, but they didn't come in to put me in it. And when the last time I went to jail there, you know what I told them? I don't even want to go to a cell. I want to hear and stay in the drunk tank. So I stayed in there, and it was over a DUI that I had previous, but I didn't do no time. But in Ohio, it's mandatory you do 3 days.
Why? Why do you have to go to the dungeon? Did that help you?
It didn't help me. But I went in there and I stayed in the drunk tank my whole time because there's a camera in there.
Right.
And anywhere else in the
Right.
jail, there's not.
Right.
So, and see, they make sure you ain't, they know where them cameras are. They make sure they're not in view.
Did you witness any beatings in the jail? Did you hear people get beat up in there?
No, because I was never in there longer than a couple days.
Okay.
So, the only thing I can say,
All right.
no human should be kept in that. And that's why they're pushing all this money now for that jail, that new jail, and nobody in town wants it because they want to put it in a local neighborhood. And the only thing is, if you'd have took care of that one, it would have been all right. Why couldn't you build on top of that a second or third floor?
Because you don't want a new jail. A new jail means more people go into the dungeon. All right, give me those documents. Thank you, sir.
How could I get a hold of you?
Delete laws at Gmail or go to ironton.ohio petition.
I'm in there.
Did you leave your story?
I've been watching you for days, bro.